The first time Christian spoke, I was like, is he like secretly Bailey? The voice is too similar. Because it's not even that he's Australian.
Is he secretly Andrew Garfield?
Yeah, he is secretly Andrew Garfield.
He's a werewolf.
Yep. Okay, I'm doing an intro for this fucking podcast, unless anyone else wants to do the intro. All right, that means I'm doing the intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Illiterates podcast.
Welcome to the Illiterates podcast.
Fuck!
I'm doing the intro.
Stop! This is not Gus and Eddie. We keep ripping off Gus and Eddie, and it pisses me off.
Are you actually Chimera Films?
Yes.
Yes!
Are you in such disbelief? You are in
I
like...
am in such disbelief.
It would be really funny if we told you the wrong name. We told you it was the wrong person.
Hey guys, we have Chimera Films
Yeah,
and Troyoboy on the
actually-
podcast.
I'm
I
actually
wouldn't even
Gwen.
question it.
You're actually Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy? Holy
Yes.
shit, stay off of bridges.
Yeah. That goes for you and PewDiePie.
Stay off of high
Jesus
places.
Christ. Okay.
That's the opening joke. Hello everyone, welcome to the
I
Illiterates
can't hear.
podcast. This is episode 2. Today we have two special guests, Chimera Films, Steve, and Troyoboyo17, also known as High Top Films.
Also,
how are you
I
guys
thought
doing?
you're right.
Yeah. How are you guys doing? How's it not knowing how to read?
It's been a lifelong
you know,
struggle,
it's
but
It's
I've been making it.
Read.
And I finally have something in common with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah. But yeah. It's what time is it like super no you okay. I'm the only it's like 10:40 here and I'm tired, but I'm awake and I don't know
Imagine
what's
being tired at 10:40. Just stay
yeah,
up till
I'm an
4
old
a.m.
man,
It's not hard.
okay? I'm an old man of
Imagine
19 years of age.
being a YouTuber and not having insomnia.
Dude,
Imagine being a YouTuber.
It comes with the territory, man.
imagine being a YouTuber who sleeps. That's not possible.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Or
It's like the triangle.
I feel like
Sleep,
there's
social life,
There's-
If
quality content.
if you make content,
what
you
is
either sleep
work-life
way too
balance?
much or you don't. It's like one or the other. You can never like have a balance. Unless you're Scribe. Scribe was supposed to be on the podcast and then like a healthy person decided to go sleep. So we're gonna reprimand him for that.
That we are. Fuck you,
Huh.
Scribe.
He also
Yeah,
reads
right.
books like a fucking bitch.
But like, he's illiterate.
I know, it
understand.
doesn't fit the podcast.
How
Brad.
does that work?
It doesn't. He's like, let's call it the Illiterates. And I'm like, why? You read books. That won't work.
It's like a blatant character assassination of illiterates.
Yeah, exactly. It's
The writers clearly just didn't care at all.
yeah, they did not pay attention to what was written
This scene
in
makes
the,
no sense.
in the Bible of the yeah.
No, you know what scene really doesn't make any sense? You know what really proves that the writers stopped giving a fuck?
What?
What?
When that one socialist guy got sponsored by a venture capitalist. I can't
Dude,
remember his
that
name.
sucked
Yeah,
ass.
I think it's
I swear to God.
Whose
I swear to
fucking
God.
idea was that?
I think his name was
Jesus
Roundtable.
Christ.
Troyoboyo19.
It would be
Listen,
Mauricio. That's son of a
It's
bitch.
very funny. It would be.
Troy,
It's a
how did
fun
that sponsor go? Let me know. How were the comments? I want to know how the
It went
comments
pretty
went.
well. They were. I mean, most comments were like joking about it. I'm sure there were people on Twitter that were like mad at me about it, but that's what everything I do.
Mhm.
It's the least. I expected more, to be honest. I'm frankly insulted there weren't that many jokes about it.
We
What-
can fix that.
Yeah.
It is a good game. I will still say it is a fun game. It's a clicker game. It's a fun one though. I liked it.
It's been so long
And it
since
feels
I
like a
played
parody.
Flickers.
That's
You're
what a
not being
capitalist
paid to
would
say
say.
this, bro.
That is what a capitalist
Yeah.
would say.
You know
Um,
me.
Did they?
Famous
I'm
capitalist.
assuming the answer was no. But like, did the people who gave you the deal like know anything about like you and the?
Clearly not. Clearly not.
Because I was like,
Clearly not.
because it would be fun if
Which-
like an agent was on the other side, like, you're the billionaires, dude. But is that a thing? I don't know how radios work.
Yeah, I did it through. I did it through Matchmade, which is like the website that like a bunch of mobile games can reach out to people and stuff. They didn't know much about me, but they were chill with me making fun of Elon Musk. They were chill with me being very vocal about hating capitalism in the ad. So like,
You fit
They're
that
really cool about it.
criteria.
Yeah. I watched
Yeah,
the
we
new
need
Mr. Sundays
someone
movie
to
video.
Like,
advertise
that's my only thing.
capitalism.
The
then
new
I think-
Mr. Sunday movies video. Sorry to interrupt you, Christian. The new Mr.
Okay,
Sunday movies
alright,
video.
yeah.
On Iron Man 2, they shit talk Elon
That's-
Musk, and that was
Yeah, they
kinda
did that a
interesting.
lot. It was very funny.
Yeah. I was
Elon
like,
Musk, more like Elon Musk, shut the fuck up.
it's being more societally acceptable
There we
to
go.
shit
There
on
we
Elon
go.
Musk. Now I can make that the
The
thumbnail.
fact that it took this
Elon
long
Musk
is really
sucks.
just was disappointing.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
I think now that he is on the top, and it's like you give them a year on the top, and then after a year on the top, you're like, all right, time to shit on these people.
Like, I mean, it was kind of cool that he went on meme review because he was like the richest guy in the world. But other than that, fuck him.
I think meme review probably like added to the longevity of his like I guess meme status. 'Cause they were
Yeah.
like we can't like because like you don't see fucking Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates going on something
Bezos
like
fucking resigned as CEO of Amazon today. That's
that. I
wild.
saw that. I don't know what that's about.
Wait, you're shitting me. He
I mean,
actually fucking resigned.
he resigned a little while ago. He resigned a little while ago. He resigned like about 6 months ago,
Mhm.
but it didn't like take effect until now. I think I believe because of pandemic stuff or because of reasons and stuff. He didn't actually leave until recently, but it's because he wants to go kill Superman.
of reasons
He wants to spend
and
time
stuff.
with
Yeah.
No, wait, what if you open a new like company called Oscorp or something?
Oh, what?
I would not be surprised. I mean, have you seen that motherfucker in his like mech suit?
Yeah. No,
And
he's
he's, like,
just
laughing
Lex.
like a
He's
lunatic?
literally just Lex. He is like
He's a somehow a scarier version of Lex Luthor.
I want Michael Rosenbaum to play Jeff Bezos in a biopic.
Honestly,
That would be good.
I just it's so weird to see him just go around and that one picture of him in like a vest and like the guns out of his sleeves. I'm like, this is just Lex. He's literally he's masquerading around as Lex Luthor, and it's.
can we just state that you're the one that brought up Smallville right
I
now?
did.
It wasn't me.
I said Michael
Well, first time in my life,
Rosenbaum,
it
and then I
wasn't
went
me.
shit. I brought up Michael Rosenbaum. I
I
was
can just
referencing
hear
the
dumb
Flash
grin on your face
when he.
that you didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
I commented on Alex's new Superman video, which is a great fucking video.
It is.
Like
It's
every
really
time he
good.
mentions Smallville, it's a jump scare to me. It's like I have a visceral reaction.
You need to go to like some kind of treatment for Smallville. Like I need to go for all
Smallville
Superman.
therapy.
Yeah. Your Smallville saga is gonna like the video isn't out and ready yet, but when it is, it's gonna be like the
Nope.
most kind of
Until
like
October, baby.
it's gonna be like the most documented thing on my Twitter. I'm gonna be like this man.
I'm
is
not
insane.
even-
It's
I
gonna
am
show
saying
my
this with
descent into madness.
I'm gonna make a video
saying this
about
with,
your
like,
Smallville video.
absolutely zero irony. Like the snippets I have seen of Troy's notes on Smallville look like a fucking manifesto.
Yeah,
We're gonna all make exposed videos on Troy about how he harassed us with
Honestly,
Smallville
do
content.
it, please. Please do.
I am
For
I am
half a
legitimately
year.
not even kidding.
Troy is
It
harassed.
turns out that Troy becomes like the Joker, and then like the fucking
Smallville
police
Joker.
just start posting like they just start putting out pictures of his Smallville notes. I'm like, yeah, that's the fucking
Yeah.
the.
I'm gonna become a
crazy-
Smallville themed
Manifesto
serial
for the
killer where I
opening of
kill
Mission
people in
Impossible Fallout.
a Smallville themed serial killer that kills people in the vein of like episodes of Smallville, where it's like one is like
That's a lot of
shot
people
with a
dead.
meteorite bullet.
That's a lot of dead people.
217
for every
people dead.
episode of Smallville.
That's a lot of
Can I
dead
just
people.
quickly say, if we're talking about Superman videos, I just want to quickly jump in a promotion. Go watch Dare to Entertain's new Superman video. It's really
Yes,
really
do
I
that.
haven't been watched that yet.
Watch
I need
it.
to watch it.
It's so
I need
good.
to watch it.
I haven't talked with that guy.
But
in a while. I need to
also,
watch that.
Charles, fuck you.
Also,
You're bad.
watch the Future Production Journal Superman video.
Yeah, watch
And
the
mine.
That's gonna be
And
nice.
mine.
Yep.
Don't even worry. And mine.
Okay, I'll say this. This is kind of funny because for those
I'll
of
get
you,
in this if you want.
none of you guys know my dad, but he's an Indian guy, right? It's a movies.
Mm.
He's not a big movie guy. He'll watch certain movies, but like cape shit is not his thing ever, right?
Rip.
I like watched Civil War with him, and he was like, "This is the stupidest movie I've ever watched," and I'm like,
What?
"What? No!" And I was a kid who just
Wait,
saw
wait, I
Spider-Man.
want to clarify. Are we talking about Marvel's Civil War, or Captain America's Civil War, or are we talking
Captain
about the
America.
American Civil War?
No,
The American Civil
Yeah,
War
that
is
is
because we need
fantastic.
it. Because we need to
They should
clarify
have just
that.
like never even had to do that.
But no, so he's a person who doesn't like cape shit, right? So Christian gave me like a copy of Man of Steel that I have, right? And I had it on my drive, and then like when I went back home, we were deciding a movie to watch, and it was between Crazy Rich Asians and Man of Steel, and then my mom decided Crazy Rich Asians because Asians.
Well,
So,
they're
And-
two similar movies.
Yeah, a very similar movies. And then my dad like when my mom went to sleep was like, "Hey, give me the copy of Man of Steel," and I was like, "Huh?" Why? You never watch movies like this. And he just took my copy of Man of Steel. I mean, it was a copy, but for some reason, my dad is getting into more cape shit stuff. So if I have further updates on my dad watching more superhero movies, I will update people on the podcast.
I want to know what your dad's take
dad-
is on
no.
Batman v Superman.
Oh, he hates Batman v Superman. I know that for sure. Because I watched that for the first time with him, and he was like, this is the stupidest thing. And he says that for every Marvel and DC movie, except the Dark Knight movies. But I know for that, he like very
That is a
well
based
meant it.
fucking take. That is a based take.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the
Only
weirdest
liking one
fucking
movie,
experience.
The Dark Knight.
My girlfriend like loves Marvel shit, isn't really into DC shit, so I've been trying to like expose her over time.
Hell yeah.
So my
Get on
family
that
watch
Superman
party
shit,
of Zack Snyder's Justice League was with her, and so I asked her afterwards. I was like, "So what do you think?" Keep in mind, she saw Man of Steel when it came out, and that was it. She hadn't seen BVS, and so I was like, "So what do you think?" She was like, "It was okay." And I was like, that's a take.
Yeah.
And
as long as she didn't
fucking
hate it, fair enough.
watch
I just want to say the fact that you
watched,
want her to become a DC fan is like the most horrendous thing you could do to a person. Like,
Honestly.
I am a DC fan.
She
And
ended
it's
up
the most loving
watching,
relationship I've
Okay,
ever had with
make
any
her a
company
DC
ever.
fan.
Giving them an
but
alcohol
spare her
addiction.
soul. Spare her soul. Make her a Batman fan and nothing else.
This will
no,
let
she
them
ended up
be happy.
watching BVS.
Now what you got to do,
like,
make her a Green Arrow
months
fan and watch her
later.
suffer.
Yeah, your mom-
She ended up watching it months later with her sisters, because both of her sisters really like to thirst over Ben Affleck.
My
Um,
theory is normies are
what
starting
do you
to...
think?
Ben Affleck a thirst guy? Do people thirst over? Like he's
Yeah.
a good-looking man.
Because he dated a bunch of females. I think that's why people thirst over him. Because it's like, oh my god, he did
Because he
Jennifer
dated
Garner.
women.
I think that's the idea, is that's what brings him into the norm more so than like being Batman. Is that like, oh my god, he's the dude that dated all those women and now he's a meme.
He
and that's
dated
funny.
Ana
He
de
dated
Armas.
fucking like J-Lo for
Yeah.
20 seconds.
So I think that's why
Don't you
like
unmatch
normies
me.
know him.
It's me.
You know, because like the magazines, you know, it's about who's on the magazines, and if you
Yeah.
date
Yeah.
like that, you get on the magazines.
No, yeah, everybody knew Ben Affleck before Batman and shit. That's why like
Yeah.
people were kind of opposed to him being Batman.
Yeah.
But like
He
I've
could be
never
Batman.
I've never seen people like thirst over him.
Do you think we'll ever get a unanimous
I don't
pick
know.
for Batman? I don't think so, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, because
No.
Yeah.
DC fans are Batman fans, DC, everybody on the fucking planet, the most annoying people in the world.
Were people
You could get
because what
fucking, you could get, yeah, a
How do people
robot
react to
who's
Christian
perfectly
Bale?
crafted to be Bruce Wayne.
I think that there was
They
like
were, I don't know.
like mixed stuff because I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I feel
But
like
I
Psycho
know-
would have made people go like, oh,
They
okay,
were
yeah,
like as
but
mixed as like they were to Pattinson and like Affleck and fucking like
Keaton.
Keaton and shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
there
were
was-
more just like people didn't really care.
Mm.
Hmm.
And I feel like that's
Yeah,
even
because
like
it was 2005, right?
that
Yeah.
franchise. The backlash of that franchise was saved for Heath Ledger. Don't you
Mm.
acknowledge?
or like even with
Rest in peace,
with
Big
Clooney, right? At that point, did people even care about the Batman franchise enough to make a statement on George
I don't
Clooney as
think so.
Batman?
I'm
So-
sure there was, but I think it's hard to like gauge it because like internet discourse wasn't really a thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't like Twitter fights over objectivity in film and
Yeah.
and
It was
trains,
AOL
shit like
chat
that.
boards at
But,
most
like-
and news. Yeah.
yeah, and the most you'd get is like people who really cared sending fucking like fan mail,
Mm.
you know, to
Yeah.
a magazine, you know, because like anybody that was writing articles and stuff
Mm.
didn't really give that much of a fuck because like nerd culture wasn't really a thing either.
Mm.
If it was very much like say taboo. It was not like we were fucking oppressed
Mm.
for liking Batman, but like yeah, the discussion over superhero movies is a very much a like 2008 and up thing, you know.
Yeah,
Mm.
basically the Dark Knight created Twitter.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight created talking about movies.
The Dark Knight created society.
Kind of, yeah. I feel
Dark Knight
like
created film criticism.
Sorry,
I
did
mean-
you ever hear about the campaign, the marketing campaign?
Zack Snyder created
behind
film.
Batman?
Dark Knight created film criticism.
oh, God.
Hey, did you ever hear about the marketing campaign for The Dark Knight?
Yes, I did. That
Bits and
it's
pieces.
I love that.
because it was like Nolan's idea, right? Or it was like someone on that.
Was it?
I that's what I heard is that like it wasn't like Nolan's idea, but like the idea of like turning the marketing into a bits and pieces thing was derived from the creators or like the script writers of the
Can
thing.
someone quickly explain it in case anyone listening to the podcast doesn't know?
From
Or
I have
anyone
no idea
on
what
the
you're talking about.
podcast?
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
my
I
understanding
was
is
alive
it was
during
like
then, and I have no clue.
finding the trailer was like a mystery, right? You had to like collect some clues across like some different posts, and then
Oh
like,
yeah, and there was like the Joker,
It did-
like the one that like Joker like fucked with or whatever.
yeah, and
That
then
was
Joker
pretty
fucked
cool.
with one of the
Oh,
There's a
trailers.
whole
okay.
YouTube
So
series on it. I think there's like a two.
Why wouldn't they do that for the
with, like,
Riddler?
opposite
That
of-
makes more sense to do for a Riddler movie, right?
I kind of agree.
Yeah, kind of,
Or
but like it's
crazy.
just marketing. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
really?
and at
I
that
know, I
point,
know, it is
the
fun,
kid- yeah.
but like
Schema.
it would have been peak
He's
peak
a
cinema.
scheme.
Honestly, that would be based if it was for Riddler.
True.
Yeah,
I feel like they're gonna do something cool with the Riddler in
Based.
terms of marketing for this.
yeah. In ARG would be fun. They
I
won't.
There
And,
was like AIGs for Halo 2 and shit. Oh my god, that shit is so cool. Just watch Nakey Jakey's video about it.
I haven't watched that. But
Oh, there you go. Look at
Watch,
that.
watch every Naked Jakey video ever.
That's actually
true.
yeah, do that.
Is
and
he
then watch
coming
all of
back?
Gus Johnson and Eddie Burback. Yeah, it's
I-
just, you know,
It's been a
make-
yeah.
he went from making like 10-minute videos that took him 6 months to make to
To, like,
making
Yeah.
minute
masterpieces.
videos that took him 2 years to make.
I'm gonna be
Which
really
like I think
interested.
long form content is kind of the way to go from now on.
I think the two things that are going to
It's a
be
whole
like the
other conversation.
craziest things of like this is how you make a video and have different points and different styles and still make amazing videos is like his video on Naughty Dog and The Last of Us Part 2 and then Loverboy Media's video on The Last of Us Part 2 whenever he makes that. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
those two videos are going to be the two videos that I'm going to like just hold up next to each other and go, both of these are so different and have so many different viewpoints and have so many different takes, but like they both represent
that you-
something.
The fact that you're not
he's
bringing up a
bringing
Smallville
this
video
to-
is very insulting.
Yeah, your Smallville video will be in the middle, and I'll just like,
Or top 5
I'll
of
be like-
2020.
and this is
just
an
saw
example of someone
Smallville.
being a psychopath on YouTube and freaking out over a fucking 10 season show.
Wait, Bailey's doing
There's
his
so much
biggest
content.
That
five-
decision show about the Superman where he didn't wear blue until the fucking last episode.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Hey, he wore a blue shirt, okay?
Oh, my bad.
fucking hell, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this.
Do it. Say it. Say it.
No,
Bailey,
say
what?
it. No,
Bailey,
say it.
Good 6 times in a fucking row. I'm done.
Bailey,
I was
please
gonna
say it.
my Bailey's video, but that's all right.
Please.
Please.
Wow,
Yeah,
You
let's
yeah.
call
talk
him
about Bailey.
Bailey.
What is it? He's releasing a video soon, right? Yeah.
He's doing
Bailey.
this.
Yeah, his 2020 video should be coming out.
His
relatively
2020 video should be coming out like mid-July.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
done.
we love you, Bailey. Don't even worry about
Holy
it.
shit, I'm
It's
done.
gonna be a banger.
Yeah, it
Christian
really
is
is though.
so sad. Christian is so sad
I'm,
right now.
I'm trying to fucking get to my point, and you guys keep ratioing
Okay.
me.
Okay, say your point.
Ratio.
I don't like
Oh
this
my God.
podcast anymore. It's like I set it up and I
I'm
just
not
don't.
returning for this
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible, and this is disastrous. Christian's just playing Web of Shadows. I'm
That's
just
not for the
watching
top.
him play. It's not. Is it Web? That's Web of Shadows. I got the name right finally. God
It's Web of
damn it.
Shadows.
Yes.
Okay.
He's learning.
What are you even collecting? Is it just like?
Spider emblems. They level you up.
So it's just like
He's
the same.
collecting speed.
He's collecting
Oh.
weed for the children.
Oh.
Yep.
Speaking of Web of
I
Shadows, I
didn't
saw
know.
that somebody made a mod for it to put the Lotus suit in there, which is
I
pretty cool.
saw that.
Lotus
too.
suit, and it looks so
That's
fucking nice.
Lotus is
Yeah.
actually going to be so fucking good.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be the best. I'm so excited.
Do you know what not a lot of people are complimenting about that suit? I like the spacing of the webs in that suit. It's
Yeah,
hard to
yes.
kind of
People
do
always
that.
overdo it. They always overdo it.
Mm. And then
They,
like
this
that
suit
one,
does it good. I
and
love it.
it paces it out right. I feel. And my thing is, I wonder how like they're maintaining it on set because they're using it for a lot of scenes, and like I wonder how many
Yeah.
backups they have and how they're trading it, and like how often is Warden stuck in that thing? You know?
I think someone asked, and I don't think they have like any backups.
Oh, poor
Well,
him.
I
Stuck
don't
in
know.
that for a bit.
Two at least.
Yeah.
But I have no idea.
I'm kind of interested how this like Project Lotus. It looks really cool. Sorry, Spider-Man. It looks really cool, and I'm wondering how many people are aware that there's also another one being made right now called Monsters of Manhattan, which is like like a limited series. I think it's a limited series.
I know it's you said another one was being made. I was like, yeah, I know that one. And then you said the name's like, oh, I'm thinking of a different one because there's another one
Yeah.
and I can't
There's
remember the name
always
of it.
Spider-Man fan projects
There's
happening
always
everywhere at all
Yeah.
times.
Everybody wants to be fucking Sam Raimi.
And there's a bunch of CG. There's a CG project they're working on too, right? Or is that the same one that you're talking about?
ED, Project
It's-
Red, Spider-Man 2077.
So God. But yeah, I forgot who's doing it, but someone's doing.
I had an episode when the freaking 2077 title popped up in Loki, and I like lost it.
Oh, it wasn't even like visually similar, right? It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
No, yeah.
Not even close.
Just the fact that it said it just put me off.
I think. Also, speaking
I
of
watched
Loki
Loki.
episode is coming out.
Episode tonight.
Yeah, Christian, I'll watch it with you and whoever
Yes.
else is awake.
Yes, I watched Loki. I know what is happening in the show.
You do? You caught up to it?
Sure, I was making a joke because I have not.
Fuck. Why did I not get that? I feel like a bitch. God
Literally
damn it.
missed
I'm illiterate. I guess you could say I'm illiterate. Cue credits. 15 years later, Mithi was found dead at the bottom of the Hudson River.
He'd been killed in the style of episode 135.
Yeah. Fucking Tom Welling came out of wherever the fuck he. Are they okay? Speaking of Smallville, are they making an animated Smallville show? I saw something about.
Okay,
that.
I was just talking with Christian about this. Tom Welling has said he was like somebody asked him about it on Cameo, which he's very expensive on Cameo, but it's cool that he's on Cameo. They've said that he and Michael Rosenbaum are making an animated series, ideally with the same cast. And if that happens, that's very cool. I don't think it's actually going to happen. It gives me very much like, was it Eddie that did the video on like people from The Office that try to?
Oh
that are,
yeah,
like, trying to-
Gus's video on it. Yeah,
Yeah, Gus's
Yeah,
video about it, yeah. It gives me that same energy. And like Tom Welling produced
Oh.
the last 3 seasons of Smallville, I think, so he has more of a say and stuff.
yeah. It's like if
But, like-
if John Krasinski said like I'm doing like an Office animated show, and we'd all be like,
Yeah, I mean,
huh?
well, it's like when the guy from Stanley, the guy who played Stanley, tried to make a Stanley show.
Yeah.
It
It was
didn't,
just
like,
Uncle
work.
Stan or what?
I mean, like it could. It's
And
just a matter of like, is
Johnson gave
DC
him
gonna let
10K
them
to
use the
do it.
Superman
Yeah.
character?
I'm just looking
Is
forward
DC
to
gonna
what
like
Gus
let
does
them
in
do
that.
any of this?
Yeah, I think it's maybe
cool.
it's like a
The
art
comics
thing.
are fine. The comics are okay. Batman wears blackface.
Yes,
Nobody talks
okay,
about
we're
that.
gonna we're both gonna go off on the
Sorry,
black Batman
what?
suit again.
Wait,
Okay, the Batman suit sucks ass.
Batman in the
Everyone who
Smallville
says the Batman suit is
Batman-
good sucks ass. You're wrong. You're just wrong.
So
No,
So
no, no, no,
Batman
no,
and
no, 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 no,
Batman
no,
shows
no.
up in-
Let's go back to the
I
blackface thing.
I'm
I
trying
agree with
to add
Steve.
context.
What?
Let Troy
I'm
give
trying to add
context.
context here.
Mm.
Okay, so Batman shows up in the Smallville comics, and Barbara is Nightwing, which is an interesting choice. Not a huge fan of it because it's Dick Grayson erasure, but it's fine, whatever.
Dick
And
Grayson
Batman
is
is
the
like
best
kind of like
Batman
Sherlock.
character. Sorry, continue.
Exactly, I absolutely agree. And Batman's like Sherlock Holmes-ish, but he's got his suit is like this. It's got like a bunch of chainmail bits all over it, which is it's fine, okay. But he puts on dark gray to black face paint on the bottom of his face, like what's
I'm gonna
left
look this
uncovered
up.
by the mask. It looks atrocious. I made a tweet about it a little while ago.
When I
It
was
looks
suspended. So sad.
Terrible. Oh yeah,
Looking this shit up.
It looks so
terrible.
I get like when there's like a
I
there's,
see all.
there's a yellow version
Sorry,
of the
you
suit
go,
too, right? Like with a yellow emblem or something. Because they give him
Yeah,
I-
like his
I know
entire
it
face is
glows-
just
it glows
grey.
red when he fights Superman.
hmm.
Yeah, the whole thing's great, and it looks like in every picture you see, you assume, oh, it's just a black and white picture, and like that's what I thought for the longest fucking time. Or it's like, oh, it's just lighting. But then there's a panel where he takes off the mask, and it's like regular skin color on his eyes and nose, and then it's like dark gray on his mouth.
Ah, I
and it's like,
don't like
oh
that.
boy, it feels like a hate crime, and I really don't like it.
You should. That's not
This is
something you want to say.
legitimately
about
about
hurting
Batman.
me to look at.
It's not
Why
something you
would
want
they
to
do
say
that?
in regards
And this
to
is-
Batman?
And I think
Borderline
people are
actually
attached
painful.
to it. I think people are attached to it because at the time, this was 2011, 2012. So like aside from that, we didn't get that many modern bat suits aside from
Dark Knight
the
Rises.
classic suit. Yeah, the classic suit, the Dark Knight type suit, or like the New 52 type suit, which like at the time was a pretty controversial suit, which now I think looking back on it, it's like a fine suit. But at the time, it was like, okay, these are the suits from the comics. I don't want to say the New 52. Like talking about what you want from the movies. People would want to pull from modern comics, and they would end up pulling like talking about the Smallville comics because it was something that they'd read. I don't know. I don't. I, obviously, opinions are subjective and shit. But he wears blackface. Okay.
It's just that it's unsettling to look at, and even the way the cowl looks.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of that.
And it's not an art thing. It's not an art like the artist. It's not an art quality thing. It's a specific character design thing, at least in my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
like that book
Because
was
I'm
like I think it was
looking
a
because they
weekly digital
change
thing.
artists. They're changing artists, and it looks nicer in a different art style, like the suit itself, because it's not as like
Yeah,
overdone
so
and it
basically the way they would
almost
do it
like
is
the
like
Injustice Batman.
covers would be this. Yeah, the covers would have this like painted feel to it, and those would always like those were the fucking covers. But then the book itself was like a weekly digital thing, I think, and so obviously the art didn't have like the budget to be like crazy in depth and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just the character design does not lend itself well to any art style. I don't know. I need to finish the comics, but
Like the
yeah, it's not
logo
much
for the
fun me.
suit.
It's fine, you know. And if it had the yellow outline like Rebirth thing, it'd be cool. Yeah, it's a little fugly.
I'm gonna look
Speaking
it
of
up again.
blackface,
Yeah, make that segue.
speaking of black, it's more apt than you'd probably expect, and very bad for me. So in class for English, we are watching Black Klansman. Fantastic film. I really, really like that movie.
The
But
inspiration for WandaVision.
Okay.
It was. That was the name of it. That's why they named it that.
yeah, that's why they gave it that name.
Yeah.
But so we watched Black Klansman, and before we watched it in class, our teacher was telling us about how throughout that film there are scenes from certain movies from the past. And she gave us the advice, don't watch them because they're racist and bad. And me, being the little rebel that I am, decided, you know what? Over the space of 2 days, I'm gonna watch Gone with the Wind and The Birth of a Nation.
And you fell asleep during one of them.
Yeah, I fell asleep during The Birth of a Nation.
Wait a
So
second. I thought you said that was a requirement that you had to watch.
No,
You
I didn't have
fucker.
to.
You
I
fucker.
chose to do that to myself, and that is 4 hours of my life I'm never gonna get back. And just a quick little PSA: don't be like me. Don't watch those movies. Whatever you do,
Just go straight to Klansman.
just watch Black Klansman. You get all the
So you're
context
telling me
you
to
need
go
from
in
within the
dry on
movie.
Black Klansman. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. Don't read the source material or whatever the fuck.
Do they include Gone with the Wind in Black Klansman?
The opening shot of Black Klansman is that one shot from Gone with the Wind, where it's like the end of the Civil War, and they pan out the Confederate flag, like, oh, and it's all patterned. And like, why couldn't, America just have been good and conservative and racist? So sad.
Hmm.
But yeah, just
I need to watch that movie again because I've been wanting to watch more
Yeah, same.
JD Dubs movies. Because he's got the new one coming out like on Netflix or something, right? That looked kind of interesting. Did you guys see the trailer for that? I forgot what it was called.
What
But it
is
was like
Which is it? Oh, is that the one with everybody with Lakeith and
no,
all the
no,
other people?
this was the one with
No,
like
no,
Alicia
I'm sorry. I'm thinking
Vikander
of something.
at the beginning. Let me find it.
I have no idea what you're talking about then. Because there's that one movie with like
is it
Jonathan
the
Majors
one
and
where Adam Driver sings
ton of
while
people come
eating
out.
someone out?
No. This is like recent. It's not even that popular, but like a trailer just came out for it. Let me find. It's me. Where is it? Acting career, filmography. Beckett, upcoming action thriller.
Butler Beckett, Pirates of the
Yeah.
Caribbean.
Alicia Vikander's in it. This is like just a Netflix movie. It's kind of small budget. Directed by Ferdinando Cito Filomarino, an Italian film director and screenwriter. What has he done? He's done like a bunch of
Mama.
Italian stuff. Well, But yeah, I just saw a
Oh,
trailer
no.
for it on Netflix, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. But like, it got no attention. But I was like, oh, John David Washington. It's supposed to come out next month.
Dude, Tenet wasted John David Washington. It's so sad. He's so
Still haven't seen
he,
Tenet.
like Tenet is
I
a
also
good
have not seen
movie.
Tenet.
Don't get me wrong, it's a good movie for the most part, but there's just like the story is just so strangely told. Like they pick the weirdest perspective to tell that story from. With like they don't even fucking give him a name. He's just the protagonist. It's like
That's
I get
part of
I
why
get what
it
you're trying to
put
do.
me
It's
off
like an
about it.
experiment or whatever. But like they just wasted John David Washington. He's so charismatic in like every other movie
Yeah.
he's in, and then he's just a blank slate in Tenet. It's so sad.
It's like,
Okay, you want to know the best movie where the main character doesn't have a name?
Hmm.
Fucking Drive.
Scooby-Doo.
I still haven't seen Drive. I
haven't
know I
seen
need
Drive
to.
either.
I also
Also,
haven't seen Drive. I'm a piece of shit.
there
Yeah.
is
It sounds like more of us are pieces of shit than would like to admit.
there is a
We're just
David O.
illiterate.
Russell. There is
Yeah.
a David O. Russell movie that has already finished filming. It like filmed from January to March, and it stars Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Rami Malek, Zoe Saldana, Robert De Niro, Mike Myers, Timothy Olyphant, Michael Shannon, Chris Rock, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Taylor Swift. What the fuck is this? And why have I not heard about this?
Valentine's Day.
It's just a.
The way you
it's
just like
it's
and
an-
Taylor Swift?
and Taylor Swift. It's an untitled period
Wait,
comedy film.
Be careful, all the Taylor Swift fans will come
I'll
after
put
you.
it.
if you
I'll
say
put it
the
in the
wrong thing.
thumbnail, and I'll get them hater views. I don't have anything against Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is cool, I guess.
Oh,
I
love
love
Taylor Swift.
to anywhere
It's
near
great.
enough Taylor Swift to have an opinion.
Jennifer Lawrence was
Taylor Swift
considered.
is fine.
Jamie Foxx
Oh,
was
no.
considered. This looks like a huge film that I haven't heard anything about, but it
Wait, what's
was
it called?
filming. It's just it's untitled. It's an untitled period comedy film by David O. Russell.
Untitled period comedy.
It has no attention, but it has all these people, and it's supposedly already finished wrapping.
Probably because it doesn't have a title yet. I would probably do
Why
it.
did they just not give it a title? This would get so much press. This cast
They're
is
working
insane.
on it. They're working on it.
Music
Give
from
a
the
break.
lady who did Joker. No, they gotta
break.
release it now. They have to release it now. Release it now, or I'll
Release
release
it.
Coda.
Release the untitled cut.
Release it now or he'll
Release the
release
untitled cut.
Coda.
Hashtag
No one
release
wants that.
untitled comedy.
Release untitled period comedy. Oh god. It literally I don't know why they just didn't put a title on it. But you know what's the
Well,
other
look
movie that I
who's
haven't been getting any like attention? The one Adam McKay thing that he did with Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio. Did you guys
Oh
see?
yeah.
I saw the thing on Netflix about
yeah.
that. Supposedly it's supposed to come out at the end of this year, but no trailers, no nothing for it. It's just like
You know, it's like that three
Netflix is so weird about marketing stuff.
they
Netflix
like
will,
wait a
will
month.
have,
They wait the month of, and it's like it's
but
so
it's like
weird.
like with everything Netflix, it's either you are beat over the fucking head with it, like fucking Shadow and Bone. Everybody knew that show came out, or it just slips under the radar. Like I feel like most people don't know that I Think You Should Leave is getting the second season. The second season just came out today. Like it's so weird their marketing.
Because
It-
they
and it's
literally
no wonder
just
the
wait
shows
a month.
fail.
Is either treated like fucking like the Dark Crystal, or like Stranger Things, Shadow and Bone,
Yeah.
fucking. God, what the fuck is the name of it? Umbrella Academy. Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Even
the
Umbrella
real
Academy wasn't
best,
marketed that much though. Maybe
real
it's 'cause I like it.
okay. Umbrella Academy season 1 wasn't marketed as much, and then it blew the fuck up. So they just abused
true.
season 2.
True.
I literally like never saw
That show's so
like
good,
a
though.
shred of anything
That show's so
about
that show's
need to
so
watch
fucking
it.
good.
about I am not okay with this.
It's killer.
I think that
Oh my
the one
god,
guy
that show
who's
was
in
so
it.
good. That show was amazing.
I am not okay with
the
this is
kids
like
were
legitimately the best Netflix original thing I've ever seen, and I had
You've
Yeah,
clearly
I
never
didn't
seen
hear about it
Inside,
until
all I'm
fucking
saying.
Grace showed me.
There is a video essay I watched. I have not seen I Am Not Okay With This, but there is a video essay I watched on it that I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. If I find it, I will put in the description because that was a really good video essay by someone who I think had like no views on it. But I've been meaning to watch that and Umbrella Academy because
I've been meaning to do a video
Yeah.
on
Top
it,
Films video.
mostly because fucking like my first exposure to it was right after my girlfriend and I started dating. She like, I mean, she does she writes articles for this female-led website that works with the college she's going to, called Her Campus. And one of the like her most recent articles when she sent it to me was just titled "You Will Not Be Okay Until You Watch Netflix's I Am Not Okay with This." And I read it and I was like, "Oh shit, this sounds pretty fucking dope." And then she showed me, and I was like, "What the fuck? Where has this been? All my goddamn life."
Yeah. And like I believe it's based on a comic, I believe, but the comic is pretty
It's based
radically
on a
different.
comic.
I haven't read the comic. Yeah, that's just super, super good. It's super disappointing it didn't get a second season. Which is
What
weird
is-
because Netflix normally will just give 3 seasons to anything.
Yeah.
And then
Didn't
cancel
get a
it at 3.
second season because of COVID and like minor spoiler, but the season ends on a cliffhanger. And
Yeah.
so the director, writer, somebody said that he asked Netflix, "Hey, can I go back and reshoot this so that it doesn't end on like a total cliffhanger? Like I only need a couple $1,000 and the actors to do it." And Netflix told him like to fuck off.
I've also been thinking about watching. It doesn't have that much good critical review, but I saw a trailer for it and it was like, this is interesting. Uncle Frank on Amazon. It's with Sophia Lillis, the girl from I Am Not Okay with This, and Paul Bettany. You might have seen a trailer for it. It's about like Paul Bettany being like a closeted gay uncle, and like they go on like a road trip or something.
You already sold me.
The trailer looked really cool, and I wanted to watch it, but then I just never got around to it. So that's another thing that like was out there. Speaking of like underrated shows, not underrated, but just underviewed
Appreciated.
shows. Yeah, I haven't watched this yet. Shut. Go watch my video on it. Don't watch the actual show.
I did watch your video on
and
it.
it's and then you didn't watch the actual show.
Good
There you
video.
go. What's a video?
Yeah.
What
this-
is a video?
That's
Did he-
that's the show that's the show Mephisto's in, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and Loki and Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man
And Professor X and,
and
Magneto
King of the Conqueror.
and Doctor Doom and Reed Richards.
Yeah, and the aerospace engineer. Do you guys I know we're on the illiterates podcast, but did you guys ever read Alex Rider books growing up?
Yes.
did.
Oh my god. I was
Okay.
just thinking
No, I
about
don't
these.
think I
Was
did.
it
Yeah,
like
I read up until I think I started reading this. What was it, Scorpio, or the one that had the scorpion on the
Okay,
cover?
yeah.
And
that
then
was
I
like
fell
a
asleep while reading
that
it,
was
and
like-
I forgot where I was
that was like a Ratatouille flashback
probably-
moment for you, right?
forever. That was
Okay.
I think that was the last book I ever chose to read.
That is
It was so
similar
long
for
ago.
me.
I don't like reading books.
That was
That's
good
so
thing
funny,
Scribe's
buddy.
not on here.
Yeah, but you
Um,
read comics.
No,
Comics are books.
yeah, not
Logical
prove
fallacy,
it.
broken character.
There are pictures in it.
They're
I
pictures.
can look at the pictures.
Yeah, and say pretty.
It's not a
Um,
book.
But
So it's
okay,
not art.
okay, Troy, are you
It
ready
is-
for me
it's
to
a
rock
starring
your
comic writer. I want to
Troy,
make clear that that joke was satire.
Troy? Are you ready for me to
Please
rock your
continue.
world about Alex Rider? So, did you hear about the
Yes.
Mickey Rourke movie that came out like a long time ago for like the first book?
Did I hear about it, motherfucker? I watched it like a
Yeah.
million times.
Okay,
love that
yeah,
fucking
I
movie
saw
all
it
the
on
time.
Daily Motion, and I was
With
like,
Alex
cool.
Pettifer and
Yeah.
Batgirl from Batman and Robin, whose
Yep.
name I cannot remember at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember that.
Now, do you know
Mickey Rourke?
that on
Wait, what do you mean Mickey? Wait, what do you
That's-
mean Mickey Rourke?
that's
Did
Mickey
he
Rourke,
direct it?
right? No, Mickey Rourke is the villain, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, did you know they made a show on Amazon like a couple years ago?
I did remember seeing this when I was
Okay.
browsing through.
Okay, no one watched it. I remember seeing the trailer and
No.
it had like 14K views. That was it
It's so
for
funny.
a Sony Pictures Entertainment trailer. And let me check how many views it has. Right, it has 1 million views right now. It should have more. When I watched it, and it was like 4 months after the trailer came out, it had 14K views. It had like no
Nice.
views, and it's like no one watched
I
the
do
show.
think it's because like the YA book trend is kind of like
Dead.
Fading
kinda
off.
popped.
Yeah.
I think it kind of popped with the Maze Runner stuff and like Divergent and now we're in the like indie comics being adapted as streaming services shows. You know, with Jupiter's Legacy and Sweet Tooth and stuff. Which I still need to watch Sweet Tooth.
Yeah,
I
me
really want to
too.
watch Sweet Tooth. I love Sweet Tooth.
I've heard very good things.
Love Jeff Lemire.
I like
Love
the
Jeff
marketing. I saw one marketing thing for it, and I was like, that's cool.
And Invincible even.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Never heard of it.
What's Invincible?
You said like not necessarily indie comics, but like lesser known properties like The Boys.
Yeah,
Mm.
like yeah. I mean, I would say Sweet Tooth was Vertigo, so it's like, is it indie? Yeah, but it's not big two. You know, it's not a fucking like Batman show or something like that. You know,
Mm.
Who's Batman?
No clue.
he's a billionaire.
Mark Grayson though.
Fucking
It probably beats up poor people.
Yeah, he should
Yeah.
use his money on infrastructure.
Speaking of beating up poor people, is that Garth Ennis Batman book coming out, or are they still working on it?
Yeah, it came out. It came out last week, I think. That was the Batman Reptilian. I did not pick it up because I only pick up Batman books by Tom Taylor.
If you ever check it out, let me know if it's good.
Tom
I remember
Taylor
hearing-
is the only good Australian, and that's a fact.
He's
Yeah,
Australian.
I agree.
Yeah,
Totally agree. And Margot Robbie.
Mm.
yeah. Him, Margot Robbie, and Hugh Jackman, the only good Australians. Every other one can
Yeah,
go fuck himself.
Yeah,
Mm.
I absolutely agree. Thank you for being on my second.
I mean, there's also
Like,
Mr. Sunday movies, but yeah.
and there's Bailey actually.
Yeah.
Those two are good. Everyone else.
Have we
is
ever
good
considered
with
that maybe Christian is the?
No. Nope.
Sorry, I
No.
love you.
No,
I'm
fuck
kidding. I love
him.
you. I love you, Christian. I'm sorry.
I'm oppressed.
You're
No,
oppressed.
he is the
What
worst
is it?
Australian. Somehow he managed to be worse than the rest.
Oh, Steve. Whoa! I just realized Steve dropped.
Oh,
I
me
wasn't
too.
looking at the
Shit.
names. I guess his Wi-Fi went out.
Oh.
Oh no, his
if
Wi-Fi. He
doesn't
says his
come back,
Wi-Fi
then
hate
shit.
crimed him.
Oh no.
I was
That's
gonna say
Rip
that, but I
Steve.
thought maybe he already
Hopefully he
left.
can come back.
Yeah, he just didn't know.
Maybe
Well,
he
when
wasn't
he comes
here
back-
at all.
Yeah, maybe he was just a figment
Yeah,
of
it's
our
just a ghost.
imagination.
What if it was just me, but on a second?
We're gonna listen
second
back to the
episode?
recording, and we'll be like, "Who was this guy? Never heard him."
The audio just
You have to
cuts
play
out
it
every time you
backwards to hear
talk.
his voice.
It
Oh,
just
wow.
corrupted.
That's scary. I don't like editing scary shit. That's like I've thought about this. I don't know if I could ever do a horror just because I'm such a pussy that like in the editing
Well, I
room
think-
it would suck.
Imagine getting
I feel
scared
like
by
when you're the one
movies.
making it though.
Yeah,
I think
but
if you're
like
the one making it though, you know the like you know on set it's like, yeah, that was chocolate sauce. You know, or you know
That's true.
like that sound that you're pulling for the scary monster is like, oh, this is actually a triceratops that I'm pitching down. Like once the
Mm.
like the once the magic is gone of it, I'm sure like the emotion isn't, which that's kind
Mm.
of like the hardest part of making anything, of when you lose the magic by understanding how it's made and hoping the magic still exists, you know?
yeah. I think
That's a
I
little-
mean
little
I
high top
wrote
All I'm
Yeah.
saying,
For you.
just don't get scared by movies. It's
Yeah.
not hard.
I'm starting to get less scared with movies. I used to be a massive fucking pussy, and I still am to the.
Yeah, me too.
I've never
certain
once
degree.
been scared by a movie in my life because
I've never once been scared by
Balls of
anything.
steel.
Yeah.
Have you considered watching Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed?
Do you know what scarred me for life with horror movies? There's this like gore porn movie that like my friend just had me on. It was something with like a clown, and like he
Cool.
like I
Joker.
I think it was just called Clown. It might have just been called like Clown, and it was like
Joker 2018.
it was basically honestly that could have it was like a NC-17 version of Joker. This guy is just like a clown that just doesn't die and goes
Scary.
around and like chainsaws naked people. And I was like,
Oh,
what
hell
the
yeah.
fuck
American
is this?
Psycho?
I don't want to watch this. It was so it was so disturbing, and it just ruined my view of like all horror movies in general. And I know not all horror movies are like that, obviously, but it just in the moment made me go, oh, ew, oh god.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Like, I don't know. It's like I don't get scared, but like gore porn type stuff, it's just uncomfortable to watch.
Hmm. Also,
It's just like, why would I want to watch that?
because it's just out of nowhere, and I'm like, it's like I like the Quiet Place, even though yes, aspects of it are
Quiet Place
built,
is great.
yeah, and it's like it's a
I
horror
think they're
movie.
great movie. I still haven't seen the second one.
Me
Yeah.
either.
I
But
don't
want
wanna
to.
watch
The first
the
one's great.
I want to watch it soon. I don't know when.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen the second one, or you haven't seen the first
I,
one?
I,
I haven't
I,
seen
John
the second one.
Krasinski, like
Hmm.
the thought of John Krasinski is like it's again like a jump scare to me. But I think he's a very talented director. I think he's an incredibly talented director, and I think what he's doing with those movies is like really great. He
I
just
just think
cannot
he's
be
an
Mr.
incredibly talented individual.
And yeah, that in
any and
general.
all things.
What is he
The
gonna
worst
do
thing he's
after?
been in. His worst performance is in The Office. And that it's just Jim is just a boring character.
There's a charm to the boringness of Jim that I'm fine with it. He
Yeah.
definitely has given in a lot of
I
better
think he gets
performances.
more annoying but boring towards the end of the
Oh,
show. At the
definitely.
beginning, he's like boring because he's like POV character,
Mhm.
relatable guy.
Yeah.
But then he becomes like just
In season 9, he's
okay.
just like a bit of an asshole for like the first half of the season.
Yeah.
For no
I
reason.
feel like
Yeah.
season 3 and season 4 Jim are peak Jim, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like-
I agree.
pretty much up until
Granted, I
season
have not seen the
5.
finale. I'm a weirdo, and I don't think I'll ever watch the Office finale. 'Cause
You won't.
I'm fucking
Look.
insane when it comes to shows. I
It's
don't like
good.
when when I finish a show that I've been watching for a long time, and it's like I know this is the last thing there will be of the characters. I don't watch it, or I don't like
Oh.
if it's comics later on. I try not to read them. Like I was really big into Craig Ferguson, his late show, and I watch every episode. And then the finale like came out, like when he was leaving, I was like, I'm not gonna watch this because I don't want to be sad.
That
I'm
is
not reading the
true.
Buffy
So
comics.
you'll never
because I
watch
don't
the
wanna-
last episode of Conan
Yeah.
on PBS?
I wish I did that with the Good Place.
Okay, but he's
'cause
moving
that was
he's
so
moving
good.
he's moving to HBO though, so he's not gone.
Yeah, but like he's not doing like late night anymore. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, but that's
That's
probably
like-
for the best because fuck late night. Late night's stupid.
Yeah,
Dude,
he-
Conan's
him
last
and,
show
like,
that came out. You guys see that?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so good.
I haven't seen it.
I mean, he's doing HBO Max, so it's like it's not like he's gone, but
Yeah,
it's I watched that, not the whole show, but I watched like the good half of it, and I was like, this is definitely like something that should get more noteworthy because Conan is just he's been at it for
Legend.
so
He's the
fucking
like, I think people are
long.
gonna look back on Conan as like
The best.
people are gonna look back on Conan like legend. He's going,
Yeah.
and he currently is still he is a legend right now.
Yeah.
But like people are gonna look back on him like a god figure, as they
Mm.
should.
Like
My-
up there
He's
with
just
like
very tall, you
Letterman
look up
and
to him.
Carson.
My prediction is Conan is going
I
to go
think
on the Gus.
I
and
think
Eddie
I think
podcast.
above Letterman and
Yeah.
Carlson. Oh,
I would
yeah.
agree,
man.
but like just as the general public up there, I would agree as above. But yeah.
No, yeah. I think people's view of Letterman is kind of going down a little bit,
Yeah,
mainly
it's
because
incidents and stuff.
just certain things that
yeah.
he said really have not aged well. Yeah,
And
It's like,
I mean,
yeah.
because I remember I didn't grow up during the whole late night wars thing, but I was very much affected by the aftermath.
Oh,
of
everybody
it.
fucking hates Jay Leno now.
Yeah, and it's
Good.
like
All my
I-
homies hate Jay Leno.
in-
Straight
in-
up.
I understand why some people like him, but like Jay Leno, it's so that whole thing does he still not have a manager? Is that like actually a thing? Like he doesn't have a management team?
I think he spends money on cars, and that's all it is.
That is insane to me that he does the negotiations for like everything. That's like because as a YouTuber or something, I'm sure it's not as intensive, but as a late night talk show host, it's like, holy shit, you have so much stuff to deal with, and he's doing like all that, and like I guess there's a
Yeah.
mild amount of respect to that, but even still, that complicates things so much, especially when your job is to be an entertainer, you know.
Yeah.
And
What do you think about it? The late night hosts were the original YouTubers because they had to make daily content.
That's actual facts.
yeah.
And most of it was shit.
Thank you, everybody. This has been my time. I'll be here late.
Thank you for that comparison. Dude, fucking late night YouTube is weird. Like, is anyone still watching late night YouTube? I haven't seen any late night YouTube content in such a long time.
I've been kind of binging Conan
mean,
recently because he's the
yeah.
only one I can
I've
bear.
I've seen
'cause he's
Conan
fucking
stuff,
great.
yeah.
But other
As
than
long
that,
as
no.
Jordan
I do
Jordan
find myself
Peele is
rewatching,
not
like going on binges of Pete Holmes show stuff.
Mm.
Like
I see.
I end up just rewatching basically everything on that channel because I really love that show.
Because he had a
But
good
yeah,
friendly
like
vibe.
current like Seth Rogen shit. Yeah, because it was all just his friends. It was never like for promotional things.
Mm.
It was like, here's my other stand-up comedian friend, and we're gonna talk shit about each other. And I
Mm.
thought it was cool.
I think
Have any of you ever watched the Jordan Schlansky skits in Conan?
Those are so fucking
that's
good.
just
Those are the
stupid.
best things on YouTube,
They're
100%.
so fucking good.
When Conan spent that like those couple seasons just like traveling to different countries, and he took him to fucking Italy. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was the greatest.
I
So
still
good.
I'm a basic bitch, and I like the Sona bits a lot because it's
Yeah,
like
the Sony bits are good.
because she
Pretty much
clearly
every
has
remote
like a
is just
stage,
great.
not a stage presence, but like a natural stage presence, you know, where she's like a natural comedian. in the same
Yeah.
way that like a lot of like internet personalities we know are like natural comedians, you know. And I
Yeah.
feel like that gives off a good. And there's a reason why like all the comments are like, oh, guest interview 1 million views, Sona interview 20 million views. It's because it's an
Yeah.
actual thing. They people care
That's why
about that.
they want the guy back on Clueless Gamer. I mean, it's not going to happen anymore, but before he brought on the celebrities, the Clueless Gamer was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. And even still with the celebrities, like it lost something, but it was still pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he's gonna do on HBO Max. It's probably gonna be interesting, and it's probably gonna be something very creative based because it's like he's not restricted by certain things.
Money or
I think it will be a variety show of sorts. Like a lot of like the Sona bits type of stuff because I feel like that's where he
Mm.
got a lot of his enjoyment from. But I don't know. I'm interested to see how that pans out. My prediction is before the HBO Max show goes up as a promotion thing, he'll go on Gus and Eddie. That's my hot topic prediction.
I fucking pray to God he goes on
hope
Gus
so.
and Eddie. That'd be the greatest thing ever.
I think that is very wishful thinking, but I would like that.
It is, but Andy went on, you know.
Yeah, I think ever since Andy went on, it's much more likely.
And like I know they're separate, but still, it's like they've been together for fucking 30 years. Like maybe, you know.
Is Andy gonna be in the HBO show too?
I didn't. I don't think they confirmed that, but I think he will be.
Okay.
It'd be hard for me to
If he's
see
not,
him.
I'm gonna sue Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like,
They're
just
building
give-
up a case for years.
Yeah, either put him on the show or
They
give him his
showed
own
the
show.
Grayson off-screen in the movies, and then this.
Yeah. Dude, he's I only realized through Gus and Eddie, he's fucking the rat dude from Madagascar.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I didn't realize that. I, like
Conan?
never
Or-
studied. But yeah. Fucking Andy Richter,
Wild.
my balls.
The best thing with Andy Richter is in Arrested Development, where in that show he's like he's a member of an octuplets, like there's he has 8 twins, and they all have different professions, and so just randomly Andy Richter will be playing a character, that is like just do like a chef or like a
Dude, the
production.
first 3 seasons of Arrested Development are still some of the best sitcom.
The funniest show.
ever.
It's even the newer seasons are fine, in
Mm,
the same way that like the final
debatable.
season of Community is fine. It's good.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's nowhere near what it was before.
I thought Brooklyn
This-
Nine-Nine died off as soon as they were allowed to swear because it lost a lot of its charm.
I actually really like the newer seasons of Brooklyn.
I've never been a huge fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I feel like it's the kind of show I would like, but I've just never really got into it.
I've always enjoyed it. I think that they're having more fun on NBC. I think maybe I don't know, the writing may not be as like up there, but I'm still maybe it's just because I'm attached to the characters at this point, and that's the only reason I'm like watching the show.
Like I
But,
watched
like-
a few seasons.
I still have a fun time.
Are you ready for me to shit on all of your like good sitcom opinions?
Yeah.
I've been
Go
watching
be stupid.
Friends. So, I don't know.
Friends is not that bad.
It's
Friends
not-
gets a
I've
bad
just been
rap
watching-
because it's the most popular thing.
I've just been watching
Friends
like
is
clip
not-
complications. You know?
I watched the whole show over a couple of months a few years back. Friends is not a bad show. It just gets shit because it's the most popular thing.
Mm.
Like, it's not the best. Don't get me wrong. It's certainly not the best.
And granted, this is just a thing of the times and stuff, but I think it's a combination of it's so overly popular while having like a lot of problematic jokes. Like there's a lot of
Mhm.
trans jokes in that show and a lot of homophobic jokes
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
nobody seems like the people that are obsessed with it kind of like brush aside instead of like properly addressing it to the point where
Yeah.
just like the whole show kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. you
Or
know?
like it's a lot of old
And I'd
moms,
rather
you
just
know?
watch How I Met Your Mother. I'd
who
rather
just-
fucking watch How I Met Your
Yeah.
Mother of the two of them.
I don't know. There's something about just like turning on Friends while like I'm waiting to go to sleep, watch a bunch of fucking sarcastic Chandler bits, and then go to sleep. You know, it's like there's a
place for that.
yeah. It's like
Not
even The
everyone-
Office didn't provide me with that, and I thought The Office would, but like, I don't know. You have to pay attention more with The Office than Friends, because it's just
There is
it's
this-
just
I think there's this kind of like fine line of like if a show's too good, you almost feel like it deserves more of your attention and respect, and so like you force yourself to watch it in a certain scenario.
hmm.
But then if a show's not good enough, you just don't watch it. So it's
Yeah.
like there's this kind of middle ground of like it's good enough to watch, but not good. Like it's bad enough to the point where it's like I don't feel compelled to like pay attention to every joke and like have to mentally work. You know?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like
think-
Smallville.
For me, I know that there's a lot of like problematic shit, but I will never not love Seinfeld. That show is so funny.
I like Becca. No one ever talks about
Becca
Becca.
is great. Becca is so good, and no one ever talks about it. Like, I've not seen a lot of it, but I've loved what I've seen.
Hmm.
It's just been like on like TV in the middle of the day,
Oh yeah.
like all the time
I'll
on
walk
like
past it and
Channel
watch
9 or
it
whatever the
for half
fuck,
an hour.
and it's just
Love it.
great.
I have no idea what Becca is. Is it an old show?
I have no clue what you're talking
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
He's like a
um,
doctor.
it's Ted Danson, isn't that his name?
Yeah, Ted Danson.
Yeah,
From The Good Place.
from Cheers and The Good Place, and he's
Oh,
a
that
recurring
yeah.
character
Mm.
in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Hmm.
about.
Speaking of Ted's, Ted
sorry, not
Lasso.
to change the subject. Oh yes.
Never seen it because I don't pay for Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
Fair. But it's very
But
good.
I've only heard great things, and I do want to see it.
It's literally a Superman show.
You're right. It is.
It really is. It's Paddington. It's Superman. It's great.
Hmm.
I fucking love it.
It is a show that I very much want to watch, but I very much do not have
They can make it.
facilities for.
Yeah, but in general, Apple TV as a service, like the shows are quality. Like they're all pretty quality from the ones I've seen at least.
Hmm.
But they never feel like warranting. There's just not the number. It's not like HBO Max where it's like.
They're not
There's a
warranting a
certain-
singular streaming service. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if Netflix only. I guess now they kind of only do. But if HBO Max only had its original stuff, then it
But
probably.
the thing
wouldn't
is,
be worth
Netflix
it.
has a new original, like 3 new originals every fucking day.
Mhm.
Netflix can kind of sustain itself like that. But like if like Disney Plus only had Loki, WandaVision, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and like the Star Wars shows, it probably wouldn't warrant it, you know. But because it has their whole back catalog, then it's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of Star Wars, quick PSA: Luke's green lightsaber is the best lightsaber of all time.
I absolutely agree, except for white lightsabers.
Eh, like they're clean, but I don't know. There's just something about Luke's Return
There's
of the
something
Jedi
about
lightsaber
the
that just.
fact that it's I'm a big Gray Jedi fan, and so like
I like the
that
purple.
middle ground and stuff is really cool for me.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
I like it. My thing with lightsabers, I like when they're kind of fiery. Like Kylo's lightsaber, I like because it's like, it's crackling. You know,
Yeah.
like I like that, and
That was very cool.
and because like
Just when they're different, you know, there's just
Yeah.
something just unique about them. That's when
Yeah.
they're the best.
But now you're gonna get a regular single-bladed blue lightsaber again.
yay,
Yeah,
my
because
favorite.
why would you want anything else? Why would you ever want anything else?
I
It's
thought
just
they were gonna get the colors
unnecessary.
of a fucking rainbow.
I want a brown lightsaber. It's gonna look so ugly. And the handle is brown too.
I'll just get a shit colored lightsaber.
Brown is just dark orange when you think about it.
Yeah, but like it's gotta look like shit, you know? Like gotta look like glowing shit,
Yeah.
not just orange. Have we ever seen an orange lightsaber? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't Ray have? Oh, it's yellow. Whoops.
Yeah, right.
Who had an orange lightsaber? I think Cal Kestis has an orange lightsaber in the game if
Yeah.
you pay for the
Yeah,
DLC.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But actually, no, they made it free recently. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
finished
it's
Fallen
been,
Order.
it's been in things.
Great game.
Are they making a sequel to that?
I hope so. I think they might be, but there's nothing like officially official yet. I don't know.
If it's not a direct sequel,
They
with
definitely
Cal,
gotta.
I would like
It
them
made
to
a lot
use
of
the
money.
Same call it like format for like other characters. I think that'd be kind of fun. Like the same kind of Metroidvania style, like Dark Souls-ish combat. You know, Dark Souls of Star.
Dark Souls is Star Wars.
They've got the groundwork laid out for they've got the engine and shit. It'd be cool
Yeah.
to just reuse that if we're not gonna follow more Cal, which we should because Cal's great.
Cal was so good. We should really follow more Cal.
You're just so
I'd
much
love
of
to
a
see him
Superman
pop up in a
show.
Disney Plus show.
What if he turns up in like the Mandalorian at some point?
That would be sick.
I
I
could
would
see
very
it,
much
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I could see. I think it probably. I still wish it wasn't Luke at the end of season 2. I wish it was.
It would have fit. Cal would have fit there, right? Like just age up.
Could have been Cal. I was really hoping for Cal Katarn, because bringing like a Legends character for that because it's such a like. I mean, it would be enough to make like the certain sides really excited, but then the people who were already like enjoying casually would still think it's cool. It's like, oh, new Jedi, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then it was Luke again.
Luke was too big for that moment. I feel like.
Yeah.
That's just the whole thing.
It crumbled under its own weight, I feel.
I think Ahsoka was almost too big for that show. So Ahsoka is just barely too big, in my opinion, for what.
And because she was only around for one episode, and it's
Yeah,
not like she completely changed the plot or whatever. She worked
yeah,
well.
exactly.
Luke was just too much.
Yeah.
As much as it's cool to see Luke, and I love Luke and whatever,
Yeah.
he was too much.
Do you
But
think
the,
they'd
like,
bring
the
him
cool
back
lightsaber
for?
fight scene isn't enough to warrant kind of derailing the emphasis of the show, in my opinion.
Are they gonna bring him back for season 3?
I don't know.
Probably. I don't know. I mean, it depends if the baby's still marketable when they do it. The baby.
I still think that
The
Troy, your
baby.
pitch for that animated sequel show to Rebels with Luke and Ahsoka would be so fucking good.
Yeah. Man, I wish that video did better.
I thought that video did well. It didn't.
It kind of flopped at the it did fine
Mm.
compared to current videos. Yeah, it's fine, I think, but yeah. I'm a failing YouTuber. Sorry, everybody.
Hey, look at me.
At least-
Been
At least
stuck
you
editing
know how to
one thing.
upload. At least you know how to upload. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Barely.
Dude, it's been so long since I've uploaded too. I need to work on my Flash video. It's been a while since I've.
Last video.
I have not uploaded since Christmas Day last year. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, I think I don't know. I've kind of learned that like just uploading for upload's sake, unless if you have like a legit reason to for like a sponsor and stuff,
Yeah.
it's really necessary, especially like at a smaller level. Like
Yeah, I never want to force an upload, but
Yeah.
like I feel like I kind of got some momentum going when I got that Peter B. Parker video that popped off, and then I got a few more videos that did decently well, and then I just kind of stopped uploading.
Did your
Arkham
live
shit
streams
is-
do well? Your Arkham live streams?
Couple hundred views. Yeah,
Mm.
You never finished that, did you? You gotta finish
yeah,
that.
I never did because I don't know. I just kind of started playing other games because Arkham Origins didn't really do it for me. Like
Well,
it's fine.
Rubber Shadows.
Like it's like it's a good game. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't know. It's so unpolished, especially compared to the other ones. It's kind of
yeah,
weird.
I feel like Arkham Origins is just a little bit too long. I feel like it's like 2 hours too long. You know, and I think
I feel like if they were to like give that like a return to Arkham style treatment, but like give it like a proper upgrade
yeah.
and like make it like give it the polish it deserved on release, it would be a much better game.
Yeah, I really wish that the Return to Arkham games were, instead of just like up-resing the old games, I guess they would have been.
Yeah, like a full remaster.
Yeah, a full remake with the Arkham Knight engine, Arkham Knight Combat, Arkham Knight like.
The Arkham Knight engine is still like the best engine. I don't get it. I don't know how they did it in 2015. It makes
They
no sense.
perfected it to the point where it just automatically became my favorite game just on visual style alone.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's so hard.
and it's like, because I know remakes are valuable. I just want a new Batman game. Like
Yeah.
I just like Gotham Knights is cool, but I want like just Bruce Wayne Batman do some shit. I know it's normie. I know it's done before.
Well,
Dick Grayson Batman in the
about
game.
yeah, there was a leak about a Dick Bats game, a long time ago, so it's probably not happening anymore. But it was either
That
a
would have
Dick
been
Bats or
cool.
Damian game, which I'd rather be Dick Bats because I like Damian's Batman. And I
Just-
love Damian as an actor.
Nightwing needs more love, man.
I
So
would be
much
fine
more.
with Dick Bass. Like take Black Mirror and
Anything
do
with
something with it.
Yes. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Dick
But
Bats
yeah.
is so cool. Dick
You
Bats
think you
is-
think
is
Dick
like-
Bats in the game would give him the sticks?
They're
I
better.
don't think so.
They did in Arkham.
Yeah.
What if
What if it
the
was Batman?
Gotham Knights
He-
game? What
he
if that
had
was
a-
like a battle for the cow storyline? I reckon that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
I could see them adding that into like the last act or something. You know?
Yeah.
Whereas like
I'm
maybe
so
like
concerned about Gotham Knights with like it. I know it's not a live service game, but it looks like
It
a live
feels
feels
like
like
it,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's giving me like, and I'm sure the new Assassin's Creed games are good because I've heard good things about them, but like from my understanding, those games just feel very like very big and very shallow, it's specifically with the combat, and I think I feel the same way about Gotham Knights. It looks interesting, and I really like the co-op aspect. But it's like if you're playing alone, like what is really, driving you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. Like, what's the point of playing alone in a game with like 4 playable characters?
Yeah, but I don't have friends.
Also, you don't even get to
Alone,
play with 4 people. You can only play with like another
Mhm.
person, right?
Which I'm okay with that. That's fine with
what?
me. I don't need
Really?
a 4-player thing.
Yeah, it's just weird because I feel like if you have 4 characters, you would want to do that, but yeah, I guess not. But yeah. Anyways, we've been on for like an hour and 5 minutes. We talked about Spider-Man. We talked about Batman. We talked about Superman. So I think we got the big 3. We talked about indie comics.
We talked about Smallville enough.
All right, that's the end of the podcast.
You,
Thanks for watching.
you can never not talk about Smallville enough.
Exactly.
All right, guys, plug your shit. Do your plugging shit. Christian, you go first.
Okay. Must there be a Superman video coming in August? Please be on the lookout for that.
August, really?
Okay.
You
Yep.
think it's that way?
More like Pogus.
Pogus.
What I said.
Oh god.
Good job.
Thank you.
But yeah, go watch his video when he comes out. I read the script and it's amazing. It's legitimately amazing. So it'll be awesome. CJ, what have you got coming?
I got a Deadpool video coming out. Depending on when this podcast goes up, it'll be either out in a couple days or it'll potentially be up. So go check that out. And I've also got this Superman video coming out in August.
I didn't dox anyone in this podcast, so I don't have to cut anything. Last time I doxed someone, so I had to cut some shit. So I think I'll upload it pretty fast. But yeah, good Deadpool video. Really highlights my favorite film, X-Men Origins Wolverine. And
yes, the best movie.
it is the best movie. Troy, do you even need to plug your shit? Everyone watching this already knows who you are. You are famous.
I need views. I need money.
You need money. A venture capitalist. That's what you plug.
I've got an MCU Fantastic Four video coming out hopefully next week. I think that's the video I'm doing next week.
Mm-hmm.
I might be a Batman video. I'm not. Who knows? And then Smallville video coming out in October, and then a bunch of other smaller shit coming out between them.
Do you still have the thumbnail for the Fantastic Four video?
Smallville? Oh, Fantastic Four. Oh, fuck yeah! That's gonna be the thumbnail.
Please don't change it. Don't change it. 'Cause that's gonna be your second win. Fucking 100K, 200K views just on that thumbnail alone.
That'd be very funny.
Yeah.
Raid Shadow Legends sponsor.
But yeah, go watch Troy's shit. He's cool, I guess. It's not like I've watched him for like the past 2.5 years. And then go watch Coda when I finish editing it, for God's sake. I'm so
Coda
fucking...
streaming never.
August. I
Goodbye.
think I originally said Coda was gonna come out. When did I say it was gonna come out? August 13th. I might push it to August 20th because I want an extra week, and I think that's fine because it's in August. You know.
August 20th might not be the best day. I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say
yeah,
why.
no. Yeah, I might push it August 27th.
Yeah.
We'll just do it August 10th. Be your boy.
But that's a Tuesday. Who watches movies on a Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Spider-Man Far From Home came out on a Tuesday and it made over $1 billion. So I don't get what your point is.
Yeah.
They made me stay up till midnight to see that.
I'll release it at midnight. that will do great for YouTube. You're releasing a video at midnight. Wow.
Well,
yeah.
I've seen premieres. I've seen things premiere at midnight that actually do really well.
Yeah, but those are like movies.
premiere.
You have like multiple showings and shit. I mean, YouTube is. I don't know. I have to like make the launch a launch.
I think Jenny Nicholson like premiered a video at like 2 a.m. and it ended up blowing up. But it's Jenny Nicholson.
Really?
Successful though.
Yeah. But yeah, I need to study YouTube metrics. But yeah, thanks for listening to the podcast. We're all illiterates. We don't know what the fuck's going on.
I will
I
go
guess-
subscribe to Chimera Films, by the way. Steve,
Yes,
Steve
yeah,
Mann,
because he wasn't here.
But,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude makes
Subscribe,
some
yes.
legendary videos.
And
And
even though he's not
subscribe.
here and
Oh,
we hate
yeah.
him, subscribe.
I think he's working on the Predator thing.
Cool. And go check out Scribe's new story. I'll put it in the description because he wasn't plugging it enough. He started working on this one novel thing, called Spears, and it's pretty cool. I read a bit of it, so I'll put that in the description. Yeah, I know, right? How the fuck is he able to write if he's illiterate?
That makes no sense. It
Exactly.
breaks the canon.
And most importantly, to end the podcast, go read All Star Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder, the best comic ever made. Good.
What are you, Dan? What are you, Roar XD?
What are you, RXD? What are you, Smallville? What are you? What are you spending 5 seasons trying to have sex or something? I'm the goddamn Superman.
Don't spoil the video.
I'm the goddamn
I'm the
Superman.
goddamn Superman. All right, goodbye, idiots.